Stadium. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Texas Longhorns. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, this is the matchup that everybody has been looking forward to all season. You might remember Texas got off to a rocky start under young quarterback Arch Manning last year in Columbus. But he is better, and the team has improved around him. Ohio State was in the college football playoff last year, and Ryan Day expects this team to be even better. We'll find out here today. This is the matchup everybody's been waiting for. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Looks like he's going to bring it out. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Kicking team's got it.
And his kickoff. They just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Motion from the wideout. Play fake, Julian Sayin. Looking for space to the left. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Sayin. This time it's complete. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. From the gun on third down, Sayin. Here comes the heat. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. To throw, it's Sayin. He wants it all. Touchdown, Buckeye! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Here's Brown to begin the drive. He's loose down the middle. Inside the 40. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Texas. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. running inside. It's Jackson. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. He's going to sling it into the heart of the field. It's caught. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
And he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Oh, it's a reverse. Gain of 2 on the play sets up 3rd and 8.
Wide receivers, running backs, you see them, they're interchangeable now. You see each playing different positions and handing the ball to wide receivers like you get here. You know, wide receivers are getting the ball more and more in space, but you're also trying to hand them the football so they can make some plays, get more touches, especially those good guys. Not a great game, but definitely a good job of getting the wide receiver involved in the run game.
He's moving out of the pocket. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
How great is it if you're a defensive coordinator that you know I can put 6 DBs on the field in my dime package and I can still get home rushing 4. My guys up front are better than your guys, and we're going to go prove it. They did just that.
Timeout signal 4 by the Buckeyes. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Sayin to throw for it on 4th. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They'll run it. It's Jackson. Punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Quick hitting end around on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Sayin, trying to be heard above the noise. Trying to bull his way in. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. 4th down, Sayin. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
They'll start on the ground with Brown. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the 1st quarter stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Trying to impose their will with the run. Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Ample time in the pocket and lets it go to the left. Pulls it in down the sideline. Got it out across the 50-yard line and not stopped until he brought it to the 47.
And man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Here's a little room there. Touchdown Longhorns! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Trying to move them on the counter.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's finally stopped. A huge pickup on the play, and what a way to carry things into the 2-minute timeout. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. It's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. Remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Finding some room, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Smothers.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Arch to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Throws into the middle of the field. A full dive to haul that one in.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24. The give to the tailback. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Wow, what a big play. And how about the hit stick tackle right there? That's one this offense is going to remember.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The offense changing the play. Arch Madness. Forced out of the pocket. Hit as he throws. Picked off to stop the threat.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
And he's not going anywhere as this defense has no plans to give up a big play before the half. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Fires to the right. Holds it in. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Throwing, say it. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Snatches it on the right. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Nestled just inside that right upright. And now they regain the lead. The Longhorns will boot it away to start the second half. From inside the 15, here's the return. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one as the return is stopped short of the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Say it. Now adjusting. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. When you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility, he now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Now here's Sayin. Throws to the back. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. Sayin to throw for it on 4th. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, this quarterback's athleticism, I think, makes it a little bit easier for you as a head coach when you decide to go for it on 4th down, because if it's not there to throw the ball, his athleticism can just take over. He can go get it himself and keep the drive alive. Really nice job that time by the QB.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Throwing on the run. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Under fire. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
For this defense, man, to get back into the game, we talked about it at half. They got to...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. 4th down, Sayin. Dumps it to the back. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Here's Sayin to throw. Got it set up on the outside. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Fires left. It's caught downfield. Breaks into the open. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass play.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you could pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Now let's take a look at the stats and what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. The run inside. It's Jackson. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And with the lead late in this football game, I expect to see more of this from this offense. And what am I telling my running back, who's already put the ball on the ground once today? 2 hands on the football. We're not fighting for all this extra yardage. Like, protect the football. We cannot put that thing on the deck.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. On the jet sweep, racing for the edge and the sticks. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. That was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Hand off for Brown. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Longhorns will hustle to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there, it didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to
get behind the defense. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. Trying to take it back. Takes it back inside the 40. They'll mark him at the 39-yard line, and the interception has set up great field position.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
See it. Here's a heat. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Zayn trying to be heard above the noise. Makes the grab. On the move at the 30. Oh, the sweet feet. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
You know what's always a good idea? Getting it to your best playmaker. That's a good idea. Whether it's shallow, whether it's deep, this guy can make things happen. He's lightning in a bottle when he catches the football. And that pass, it was short, but watch him. He can make guys miss, outrun, turn those little bitty catches into big plays.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. He'll bring it out. It's Wingo. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Here's Manning to throw. Fires to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
To the air, it's Manning. Buying some time as he moves left. He's taking a deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. They'll move the wide receiver. He wants to change this route. Manning to throw for it on fourth. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Drop the football.